I went from this to this. So I've gotten so many DMs and comments asking me how I lost weight. It wasn't easy at all. It took me a long time to get here. Okay guys, it wasn't a day journey, but I started concentrating more on this regimen a year ago, but I started seeing differences 6 months ago. You guys forget about staying in the gym from morning till night. It doesn't help. Is your diet first. 5 major things I did differently. Stopped intermittently fasting. I would usually intermittently fast. So I would fast from, all day. I would actually not eat anything all day. Then when I eat, oh my goodness, in the evening, I'll eat a lot that when you actually measure the amount of food I'll eat, it's almost the same as eating from morning till night. I thought in my mind that intermittent fasting was just basically fasting and then eating as much as you like to eat. That was so wrong. Breakfast was a game changer for me. In morning for breakfast, I would have an egg or 2. That's how I started. So when I have that, I'm not eating anything all day until about 6 or 7 p.m. in the evening. Then I have a second main meal. I started concentrating on protein. I started eating more of eggs, fish. This sounds very generic. It sounds like, we know, protein diet. This was a major change in my life. I was eating more of high protein foods and less carbs. That's how I really started, and I made sure to have my breakfast. So I wasn't intermittently fasting anymore. Protein that was available to me, as a Nigerian person. Number 2 top tip for me was drinking loads of water. So it's not like you're going to start drinking 10 liters of water, because too much water is bad for your health. So we all have a certain amount of water we can drink a day. I'm not really a big water drinker. I know it sounds really weird. I tell patients to drink water. Increase your normal intake just a little bit, just to help you. So you would increase your metabolism. I cut out all fizzy drinks, no form of fizzy drink, no form of juices. Number 3 tip was cutting out snacks. I would snack on what I called healthy snacks. I can have like a whole jar of cashew nuts. I'll have granules and all of the rest, peanuts, everything. I'll have nuts and I tell myself that it's healthy. So I cut them out totally, stopped having any type of nuts in the beginning. Okay guys, don't quote me wrong. You can have any foods. So my 4th tip was I stopped exercising for too long. So maximum exercise a day in form of routine will be 15, max 20 minutes. I realized that the long exercises and going to the gym or even at home, I would exercise for 2 hours, was stressing me out. And was increasing my cortisol levels. So I had to cut back. I've started going back to the gym now, and I've been doing a little bit of weightlifting because it's good for you. I noticed that I was on the treadmill for an hour or 2. And then I'll just get more stressed because I've met a girl that's been on the treadmill and she hasn't stopped running. And so I'm like, I have to continue running until this girl stops. Cortisol is your stress hormone. The more your stress hormone increases, you're hungry, you're not going to lose weight. I know you're going to ask me about steps and walking. I'm walking at work all day. So if you're somebody that is usually sitting in front of the computer, I advise you to incorporate walking into your routine. So the final tip, guys, there was no cheat day. I just had to have different mechanisms to avoid situations where I would be tempted. So instead of eating in dining area, I would come to my bedroom to eat, which is not allowed in my household generally, but just because I don't want to be there when the children are having their meals, or I don't have to get more food. So that's why I took myself out of that situation. So I had to tell myself, Lara, you're not treating yourself, you're not a pet. So I stopped treating myself. If I need to treat myself, I'll just maybe buy a dress or something. The main thing is actually to stay healthy, guys. My final tip is patience. Yes. All right, so patience is very important because when I started, I remember in August, when I traveled in August, I remember that I wasn't happy at all. I was doing all of this, but it didn't seem like I was losing weight, especially on the weighing scale. It didn't actually, I didn't really see too much of a difference in the first 1 or 2 months. So that was making me, frustrated, and I almost gave up. I'm like, nothing can work. So yeah, just loads of patience, especially if you're a mom and you've had children. It's quite harder because your body is still recovering. You may think that I've had the baby for over a year, but your body is still recovering. Your hormones are still coming back to normal. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, share this with your friends and family and everybody that needs it. See you in my next one. Bye.